A TED Talk by Jordan Wilhelm.
Receiving my degree is the culmination of all the memorizing, cramming, and group projects with that one member who never contributes enough. When I look back on some of the last minute cramming sessions for a test because I had a lab report, a presentation, as well as an assignment for a complementary elective that will most likely not benefit me past a good grade to show for it, all due the day before. I really don't see how this benefits my learning beyond a bit of time management skills and keeping calm under pressure. Sure, this can be considered a lesson, but unlike a class where I'm paying for a new lesson every day, I'm paying for 4 years of the same lesson. So I'm wondering, how can the university curriculum be rebranded to better suit everyone's education? Well, from a student's perspective, I wanted to look at where the problem might lie, and a student's life can be summed up in this simple triangle. As a student, it truly feels like you can only have two, but why? I believe the answer to this question is to encourage students to stay in school longer by extending the time period of some university programs. A study by the Higher Educational Quality Council of Ontario found that only 45% of Ontario students complete an undergraduate degree by their fourth year, and that 80% complete their program by the sixth year. To me, this number is shockingly low. So why not try and reduce some of the pressure that comes with wanting to graduate in 4 years and change the perspective to I want to graduate in 5 years? So I wanted to know why our bachelor degrees planned out in a 4-year time frame. Well, in short, Canada adopted a system to mimic British and Scottish universities who have been using the system since the 11th century. Now, since that time, add the brilliant educational contributions of Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton, William Shakespeare, Sigmund Freud, and Alan Turing, just to name a few. How much more information can we fit into a 4-year time span? It is straightforward to see how more time to focus on courses can be used to get better grades, but some of this extra time can also be delegated to extracurricular activities. Whether it be a club, team, or council, more time put toward these efforts will allow students to remain active within them for longer and generate more progressive work. As another plus, more experience exemplifies a more well-rounded student, resulting in more skills on a resume, bettering their chance of finding a career. But the extra time may not just benefit students. If a modified timetable offered courses every second year, teachers and teaching assistants may find the extra time to use for research. And if you've never encountered a single teacher who cares more about their research than their class, or they just do amazing research in their field, then you're not looking hard enough. The next issue I'd like to look at is the cost for the student and the university. In the short term of 1 year, the university will have less profits because they charge per course, and unfortunately students will be taking less courses per year. But what they don't get from the first year, they will make up come the fifth year. An extra year on campus will also mean more campus profits from campus amenities, not to mention the overall economic benefit for the local community as well by keeping students in the city longer. For students, an extra year would also mean an extra summer to get a job to help pay off student debts and loans that will accumulate at a slower rate. With tuition increasing every year, it becomes more difficult to pay off debts, especially with the flawless OSAP program found in Ontario. Using OSAP to pay off a 4-year course, assuming 2 terms per year, a student is eligible for a $7,300 loan each year. Paying off at the recommended payment period of 9.5 years, you'll be paying an estimated $338 a month for the next 10 years after your 6 months grace period right when you graduate. With the debt students are burdened with nowadays, this is an easy way to earn an extra few $1,000s to help pay off those student debts. A study conducted in 2012 by the Higher Education Strategy Associates, HESA, indicates students are unsatisfied with 3-year programs. A poll taken on the benefit of these programs shows students believing a shorter program is detrimental to their learning experience. Now, could the same idea apply for 4-year programs? I believe a study by HESA should be conducted on multiple faculties across Ontario universities to find out which students are happy with their program length and which are unsatisfied. There's just one last question I want to leave you with. With all this information I've given you in the last 4 minutes, would you have preferred I'd given it to you in 5?